This is Channels Television's breaking news.
Good morning, this is Demetrius Jenkins here with Miranda. We have breaking news today in New York. An outbreak of the West Nile virus has occurred. We have several affected and the numbers are increasing. Today we have Dr. Deborah Annis to further explain how the virus affected two of her patients.
Thank you for having me, Demetrius. This outbreak started in Queens, New York, when I noticed two of my male patients were suffering from similar unusual symptoms. The two patients, ages 60 and 75 respectively, were exhibiting sudden paralysis in their arms and legs, as well as disorientation and high fevers. Lab testing also showed elevated numbers of white blood cells within the spinal fluid of both males. Neither of the patients was responding to the antiviral drugs. Possible early hypotheses included botulism, viral encephalitis, Guillain-Barré syndrome, and meningitis. But none of these illnesses exactly matched the symptoms.
And when did you realize this was the infamous West Nile virus?
I contacted Dr. Marcel Layton, the New York City Department of Health's Chief CDC, on Monday, August 23rd, 1999. To report my patient's symptoms, Layton advised me to send samples of the patient's blood and spinal fluid to the New York State Department of Health in Albany for further analysis. By Friday, August 27th, 1999, just 4 days after I had contacted Layton, two additional patients had been identified in Queens. The number rose to 8 by Sunday, August 29th. By Friday, August 27th, 1999, just 4 days after I had contacted Layton, two additional patients had been identified in Queens. The number rose to 8 by Sunday, August 29th. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention identified the illness as St. Louis encephalitis on September 3rd, 1999. The city of New York began widespread spraying for mosquitoes later that same day. The initial cases lived within a 3.2 kilometer radius of one another and in close proximity to the two major international airport cases were subsequently found in two neighboring counties. Only one of the patients had traveled to Africa in June 1999. Just before and concurrent with the human outbreak was increased to the number of deaths in birds, especially crows.
Thank you for being with me today, Dr. Annis. We also have Dr. Bantry here to discuss the effect this has on animals. Dr.
Thank you for having me today. The West virus not only affects humans, but our animals too, especially horses. Now horses seem to be the only animals where symptoms are noticeable early on symptoms, including the following: a weakness of hind limbs, paralysis of hind limbs, impaired vision, ataxia, weakness, head pressing, aimless, wandering, convulsions, seizures, inability to swallow, walking in circles, hypersensibility, coma. Now make sure to watch out for our little furry friends to cause West Nile, and our cats and dogs will look like trouble walking, muscle weakness, shaking, circling, seizures. It is important to consult your veterinarian and provide supportive therapy. Depending upon the effect the virus has on each individual animal will determine if home or clinical care is warranted. Each animal is assessed according to its age and health, and all treatments should be under the direction of a veterinarian.
Thank you, Vet Bantry. We also have a horse farmer here to tell us how this has impacted his livelihood. Now to you, horse farmer. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm here today with my prize stallion, Night Fury. Because of this virus, he doesn't gallop the way he used to. Now, he will soon have to be put down because of this horrible, horrible virus.
Thank you for sharing such a sad story, Farmer Kiara. I hope you and Night Fury both find peace. Now, back to Dr. Ennis, who will describe ways that we can protect ourselves from catching West Nile virus?
You can reduce your risk of West Nile virus by using insect repellent and wearing long sleeve shirts and long pants to prevent mosquito bites. Also, you can prevent your risk of getting the West Nile virus by avoiding large bodies of water that might be contained, since they like laying their eggs in still water. Those were high danger zones for the virus to be contacted.